Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with a tarot forecast for you for the first 2 weeks of January 2019 for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Happy New Year! And remember, these are general and you can also watch them if you're dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon or Rising sign. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful year ahead. Maybe the best one so far. And so what we're doing differently, I'm going to pull one card as your overall energy for the month, and then I'm going to pull a few cards for your work sector, and that includes work, finances, your job, your career, your studies, your own business, okay? However you make your money. And then I'll pull a few cards for your emotional life and love life, which includes if you're single, if you're coupled up, what's going on in the relationship, or what's just triggering your emotions during this time. So I'll be doing a reading for the first half of the month, so 1st to the 15th of January, give or take a couple of days, and I'll be doing a different reading for the second part of the month, okay, from the 15th to the 31st. So hopefully you enjoy this and you find it useful. Thank you very much for being here and for all your wonderful support, and a special thank you to my patrons. If you want to look at the specials or readings, links are all down below, okay? So let's have a look. First 2 weeks. Sorry for the intro, but I always have to say that just in case there's someone new. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising signs. 1st to the 15th of January 2019. Overall energy, this one. Work, life, and financial life. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So for overall energy, we do have the Three of Swords. And I think this is the Dreamer's Way Tarot. Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a card of heartache, heartbreak, disappointment, sacrifice, sorrow, feeling left out, separation. It is also a card of mind over heart, sometimes going against our heart, so choosing something that rationally makes sense, however we're not particularly happy about it, so again going into the energy of sacrifice. Three of Swords can also talk about a sense of longing or being alone, separated from those we love, okay, with this Three of Swords. It's minor disappointment, okay, and it is very, very temporary energy, but there is something, and remember this is general, it's not going to affect everyone, it's not going to apply to everyone, but there is a sense of just temporary disappointment, something you're not particularly happy with in the month. As guidance, the Three of Swords is saying don't sweat little stuff, okay, which sometimes is easier said than done, but it's just saying, okay, think about it. Don't let your emotions rule you, because you can get lost in it. Is this going to be important 2 years from now? Is this going to matter to you 2 years from now? Is it going to matter 2 weeks from now? Is it worth my time? Is it worth me being upset about it? Okay, so it's asking you to be conservative with your resources, and that's your time, your energy, your money, your emotion. Okay, is it worth it? Always bringing it back to that question. So let's have a look. So for work, we have the Nine of Cups, which is the Wish card, the Five of Pentacles, just trying to not get the glare, the Five of Cups, the High Priestess, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Okay, so the sense that I'm getting is, for some, this is the energy you're coming into the month, that Three of Swords. You're coming into the month feeling like the Three of Swords because of the Four of Cups situation, because there's something you've been waiting on and waiting on and waiting on. And it could be hearing back from a job. It could be waiting to see if the boss keeps their promises. It could be waiting to see if that person does what they promised us they would do. waiting to see if things happen, and waiting to see if things change, waiting for an offer, waiting for an opportunity, waiting for an apology, just waiting, and that's why that Three of Swords is there, okay? Whatever is happening with the Three of Swords that you're not happy with, that you're disappointed by, it is happening for a reason. It is happening so that you see it's time for a change. And that could be it's time to change your job, it's time to change how you approach your job, it's time to change what you do for a living, how you make your money, it's time to change how much you invest in your work situation, your co-workers, your relationship with your co-workers, a relationship with your boss. Maybe you had high expectations from someone, could be a co-worker or a boss, and they let you down. And I do get the sense of someone saying they would do something and they just never do. Empty promises, okay? Things you're just kept waiting about or waiting for. So whatever is happening, whether this has already happened as you're coming into the month or it's happening as you're going through the time that we're looking at, it's happening for you to see that it's time to make a change. It's happening for you to think, is it worth it? Do I want to keep doing this for the rest of my life? Do I want to keep doing this for the next 2 years? And I don't know why that's significant, but maybe you have a plan and there's something that's supposed to happen in 2 years, and the path you're on is not going to take you there, okay? So for some, you're looking at changing your job and you're walking away. Now for some, walking away means actually changing your job, going from one to the other, and for others this is getting detached from your job. In other words, not letting it affect you emotionally. So see it as a job. You go in, you do your job, you go home, you get paid, but maybe not having the same expectations from your coworkers or your boss, that they're going to be good people, they're going to be friendly to you, they're going to be nice, and they're going to keep their promises, because you've believed that one too many times and it just doesn't happen, okay? So for some, you're detaching, you're separating it. You're saying, okay, financial is financial, emotional is emotional. Now I don't have another job to go to, or this job actually pays well, so maybe I want too much from it. Maybe I need to just focus on the money and get my emotional fulfillment elsewhere. It would be nice for us to like the people we work with, because obviously we're in our jobs for several hours in the day. However, we can be nice, we can be cordial, but we're not always going to be friends, unfortunately, okay? Unfortunately, it's not going to go beyond a work friendship, if we can call it that, a work relationship. So maybe you were trying to be friends with your boss or trying to be friends with a coworker, and it turns out that, they're just not the type of person you'd be friends with outside of work, okay? So for some, that's what's going on. For others, this is getting a job, and this is the training, the studying that you're doing for it, or getting a job after a time of searching. Okay, you get your wish with this energy. Maybe you've been unemployed for a while with the Five of Pentacles. Maybe you've been going on interview after interview with the Four of Cups, and you're starting to feel really discouraged about it. Maybe you had your eye on a particular job, and that's what you've been waiting to hear back from, or a promotion, and it's just not coming up. And so you're walking away from that. You're no longer waiting, walking away from that, going towards the Nine of Cups, actually looking for a job and getting a job that makes you happy, that brings you fulfillment, financial and emotional, okay? So that's what's going on in your work situation, going through some changes. Or if you're experiencing any unpleasantness, it's because you need to reconsider. It's because the guidance is, think about it in the long run. Is this what you want to do? Is this where you want your career to go? Is this where you want to be 2 years from now? Is it going to get better? If they haven't kept their promises by now, will they? Okay, so it's just a month of reconsidering things, reassessing. And for some, I feel like you're detaching yourself from the job, especially if it's a job that pays very well. It's like, okay, I'm just going to stop being overly friendly with the people at work. We're co-workers. Let's just carry on with our work. And further, walking away from a job, but you've got this dream job coming through. As soon as you're ready to go for what makes you happy, as soon as you're ready to, not wait anymore, not settle anymore, know your worth, there's this beautiful new opportunity that you can step right into, all right? And for others, I feel like this is something you've gone on an interview for in December or potentially the month before, and you haven't heard back when you thought you would, and you're just getting discouraged about it. I feel like you thought it might have been a couple of weeks, and it's been 3 weeks and you haven't heard back, but the message with the Four of Cups is you're going to hear back during this time, but you have to stay positive, because what happens is if you get discouraged, you might turn your back and just stop waiting on this opportunity, go into something else that might not be as good for you as the opportunity you were waiting on, if that makes sense. So give it the time that they told you it would take, not necessarily what you thought it should take. Okay, so if they said you'll hear from us by mid-January, just give them until mid-January, okay? And try to stay positive in the meantime. Keep your options open, you can do that, but try to stay positive and just give them the time that they told you. Let's see what's going on for love life, emotional life, and love life for Taurus for the first 2 weeks of January 2019. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Knight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords again, interesting, and the Six of Cups. So for some of you, you might be dealing with a romance at work, and you have to separate the two. Okay. Again, the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So basically this is telling you, you don't have to settle. Do not settle. If you're in a situation, whether it's job or love life, that just doesn't fulfill you, it's just not what you want, you don't have to settle. You don't have to be there. There's something out there. There's someone else out there, or a better job for you out there that would make you a lot happier. And if you're experiencing discomfort, heartache, heartbreak, disappointment, it's not so, your guides are not trying to hurt you, the universe is not trying to hurt you, they're trying to get you to reconsider, they're trying to get you to reassess, they're trying to push you into your power, okay? For you to say, you know what, actually, this is not okay for me, I'm not happy with this. It may be a good situation, it may be a good enough situation, but you know what, I want something different. I want something that will completely fulfill me. As soon as you get to that point, things turn around, okay? So let's see. For emotional life and love life, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is the Mucha Tarot, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Interesting how it's at the top and at the bottom of your reading. And the Six of Cups. Again, looking at the past, looking at how things used to be, how things should be, dreaming about it, thinking about the good old days. And that's what's breaking your heart and keeping you stuck. Okay? And keeping you from releasing something or someone that's just simply not good for you anymore. It doesn't work for you anymore. It doesn't make you happy. Maybe it did once, but it doesn't apply anymore. We grow, we change, we evolve. Okay? For others of you, I feel like this is definitely around a proposal with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. For others, this is about moving in together. Okay? Four of Wands and Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Packing your bags, moving in together. For others of you, this is the Three of Swords is with the Knight of Wands, where someone's just kind of running into your life and then out of your life, and you would like them to stay, however that's not what they're there for. And this person could be someone from your past. It's a cyclical or a cyclical situation, in and out, back and forth, It's similar energy to the Four of Cups with an on again, off again situation. So especially if you're connected to this person through your work or your studies, or if you went to school together, there's a connection, there's a link there. So on again, off again, and it looks like it's going to be off again, and that's what makes you feel this way. But again, if that's what's happening, it's for you to reassess. What do you want? Do you want this, or do you want this? You can't have both. If someone is just giving you this, they can't be the same person to give you this. It's just not in them. They're just not the person. Okay? If someone keeps hurting you, they're not going to overnight wake up, be a completely different person, and give you the long-lasting relationship that you hope for. Okay? So unfortunately, it's a lesson that we all have to learn, especially when we have on again, off again situations and soulmates that come and go from our lives. Okay? Again, it's not happening to hurt us, it's happening to make us assess. What do I want? Because with the Nine of Cups, you can have what you want, but you have to be honest about it. What do you want? And remember that just because something used to be a certain way doesn't mean it can be exactly that again. Okay? And if someone's hurt you before, especially if it was more than once, they're just going to keep doing it. If you allow them to, they will keep hurting you. They're not going to turn into this responsible, reliable, committed individual. Whether they're male or female, it doesn't matter. If they're a player, they will still play. Okay? And that could be male or female, remember. But I do feel like the hurt in this sector is coming from holding on to someone. Because they always come back. They always come back, and every time they come back, you hope that they've changed and you hope that they'll stay. But they just really don't. They just keep going. Okay? For others of you, I feel like they're asking you to reconsider. Your guides are asking you to reconsider because you may be holding on to a person, maybe a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. You're holding on to a person that keeps coming and going from your life, never gives you what you want, just hurts you. And actually, there's someone else around you who is willing and ready to give you everything that you want and everything that you deserve. Maybe another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, maybe a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, could be the same person and they have earth and water in their chart. But basically, you've got two choices. You've got heartache or you've got marriage, commitment, family. Depends what you choose, what you hold on to. Okay? Because there's this person who just keeps playing games. They will not change. They have not changed. Okay? And maybe they're bringing you gifts and showering you with attention and affection, and that's why you're getting your hopes up again. But before you know it, it will be the same situation. They'll take off, you'll be left heartbroken. Okay? Empty promises again. For others of you, this is about the pregnancy, getting pregnant or giving birth during this time. Maybe it's your third attempt at a pregnancy, or it was a risky pregnancy or a dangerous one, or there was some issues. There may have been a procedure or several that you had to undertake, but you get to take your baby home and everyone's happy and healthy with this energy, so it's a wish come true, so that's really good. For others of you, this is finding out that you're pregnant. And again, there was some disappointment around this topic previously. So whether it was not being on the same page with your partner when it comes to this, or some disagreements, or whatever the case may be, or some health issues. Now it's happening. It's a wish come true. For those of you who are single, again, it keeps coming back. Release whatever it is that you're holding on to, or whoever it is that you're holding on to, because you're holding yourself back from true happiness. For someone who has not changed, they have not changed their intention towards you, no matter what they say, no matter what they gift you with. Don't trust it. They'll be off again. In 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, they'll be off. And it could have cost you a good opportunity, because there's love and commitment opportunities are around you right now. That's why they're saying you can't have both. You can't hold yourself back for someone who keeps playing games and welcome a new love connection at the same time. You can't welcome a new love connection, or not this love connection, but keep your heart locked away for this other person, because it will cost you the love connection, the true love connection, if that makes sense, okay? So don't sabotage yourself. Okay, so definitely dealing with soulmate energy here, soulmate relationships, but remember, soulmates come into our lives to help us learn a lesson, and then they're gone. Or they keep coming back to push us until we get the lesson. Okay, so that's why you have the Three of Swords in your reading twice, because you're dealing with soulmate energy very strongly during this time, and it's only because you're asked to reassess and make different choices. Yeah, make different choices. So let's have a look at the guidance cards. Now, I've made a deck for myself, really. I've been using it just for myself. And when I say made a deck, it's nothing fancy. It's just my writing on some cards. But it's because I've been trying to find one oracle deck that I could use for any kind of reading, and I haven't found one. So I decided to make one for myself. So I meditated, channeled a few messages, 77 of them. I think it's the first step towards making decks for myself. But again, I've just been using it for myself, so it's nothing fancy. But I found it very helpful, so I wanted to use it for you as well. So let's have a look. Advice for Taurus for work and finances, and advice for Taurus for love life, emotional life, and love life. Emotional life and love life can talk about relationships with your loved ones as well. So if this is happening in your family, then messages still apply. So for work, we have let it breathe, come back later. So overthinking things, again, it's just my writing on a card. Overthinking things, holding on to things, let it go, let it breathe, let it go. If it's for you, it will come back to you. Okay, but you have decisions to make with this energy, and overthinking it is not going to help. Okay, let it breathe, let it go, see what else is out there. Okay, change the pattern. Change the pattern is the advice. Change the pattern. And again, for some, I feel like work and love are connected because it's coming up for your love life as well. Change the pattern. And for love life, we have nice and easy, one step at a time. So nice and easy, one step at a time just means just take it nice and slow. I do feel like this is reminding you to come back to the present, okay? Because there is a new opportunity there for you that can take you to your happily ever after, but you have to be present for it, acknowledge it, accept it, and then take it one step at a time. Don't rush it. This is also about investment. What are you investing in? Who are you investing in? Is it worth it? Are they worth it? Are they investing in you? This is also saying, again, be in the present. Don't live in the past. Don't live in your mind in the future of what you would like the future to be. Be in the present, one step at a time. Also, fast energy. Slow it down. Take it nice and easy. That way, whoever's lying or talking big can reveal their true intentions. When you slow things down, you can see every little detail. So don't get swept away in big talk and flowers, gifts, especially if you've seen this before, yeah? Don't get swept away. Take it nice and easy. Slow it down, and you will see the true intentions of that person, okay? If there's someone who just talks big, they'll take off because it's like, well, I'm not planning to invest in this. I didn't want to stay. They will disappear, trust me, if you slow it down. If you make them work for it, they'll take off. And if it's someone who is genuine, they'll still be there. And they will understand that you like to take things nice and slow. They'll be on the same page. They'll say, I agree. We should take it slow. We should get to know each other. We should do it properly. And that's really what you want, okay? So slow it down. And you will see what's what and who's who. So, Taurus, that's your reading for the first half of January. I'm really looking forward to your thoughts, okay? Let me know. Comment down below. Let me know how you like the new format, what you think, about me trying to bring you more videos in a month. Again, these I've just been using for myself, so it's nothing fancy, but I do hope they bring guidance to you as well. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to your thoughts, but it's a transformative month, absolutely. And it's time for change. Break the pattern, okay? So, looking forward to your thoughts. Have a wonderful time ahead. Have a great year ahead. Make it the happiest year ever. It's in your hands. It's in your choices. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.